Sasa kama nimechelewa sana, nije sasa hivi. Hello. Poa. Baby, I want more. Hello. Today I wanted to dress up a little bit. So I'm supposed to head out to go to the mall. Today I went for a run, a 5 kilometer run. It was so fulfilling and I'm happy I did it. Yesterday I went swimming. I did like a total of 50 laps across the pool. So my body aches, but it's a sweet ache. It shows that I've done some work. So today I've done a few things, and I felt like dressing up. See, I like vintage inspired outfits, and I hope that I'll show more of them in the channel and maybe on my other social media platforms as I grow. I think the lighting is not so good because the sun is setting and this is the only time that I'm free to shoot this video anyway. So today I wanted to talk about limiting beliefs and how they affect us in the long run. Sometimes we stereotype ourselves and we put ourselves in a certain box, maybe because that is how we've been defined ever since we grew up. Maybe that's how our parents defined us, our siblings, our relatives, and our friends. And when people stereotype us, we end up embodying these behaviors in order to fit a certain criteria. For example, if you are a very hardworking student in school, very successful in your grades, it is easy for people to stereotype you as this hardworking, introverted, maybe nerdy person who can't have other things going on in their lives apart from reading books all the time. Or maybe if you are into artistic things in school, maybe doing music, it is easily stereotyped that you're the kind of person who cannot maybe perform well in school. I'm not saying this to mean that I have not limited myself with some beliefs and I'm not working on it currently, because the limiting beliefs that I have, and maybe I'd want to work on them with time, more and more self-knowledge and self-growth, I'll be better. Stereotyping ourselves or being stereotyped by other people may put us in a box, and this box may sort of seem like act of self-love. Poa. Niko poa, unaendeleaje? Kohozi. Anatumia dawa gani? Zinaitwaje? Because the box is comfortable, it's comfy, it has the things that we are used to, and if we get out of there, we don't know what the world will give to us, and we don't know if we will succeed. So the box kind of acts as a defense for ourselves, like a blanket that covers us. So if we look into the assumptions that people have of us, or those stereotypes and the patterns that formed over, realize that sometimes we may have beliefs. For example, I used to believe that I'm an introvert. I'm more introverted, but I also draw energy from interacting with my friends, from interacting with people. And when I stay alone for more than 3 days, I feel like I really have to see someone. And the more I appreciated this other side of me, the more I have had a balanced social life. I have been able to put myself out there to engage in conversations, in intriguing conversations, sometimes arising conversations that I've never had. And when I have heard about other people's point of views and seen how they see the world, then I'm more exposed. Anyway, I was talking about running and swimming. They are very integral in this part of the video, about stereotyping ourselves and about having to explore other things that we want to do. I'd say that I'm a fit person to exercise when I can, but running is very hard for me. It has proven to be very hard. I cannot keep up long distances. Yeah, I promised myself that I will go for a run every Sunday. With this habit that I'm building, it has proven to me that I can do it, I started like 4 kilometers. I'm currently at 5 kilometers, and I hope that by the way through the year, I'll be able to cover around 8 to 10 kilometers. I'm building the tolerance slowly, and I realized that when you build habits slowly, the pressure of having to perform immediately and being the best immediately, we train our brains to appreciate the journey, to appreciate the path. Thinking about it, the physical and the mental are very interconnected. When we prove to ourselves that we can do this hard thing in the physical realm, then mentally I think we get slow changes that prove to ourselves that we can do other things, that we can break out of this box, that we can explore things outside the box. So I'm very proud of myself. It's also connected to a story. It's about how sometimes women, society are put in a certain box. For example, when someone gives birth, immediately start going by Mama Nani, like someone's mother, and their name kind of disappears. And when you refer to someone as, let's say, Mama Fiona, then we limit this woman in a specific box that the only or the most important thing we see in her is being a mother, but we've not seen things like being a wife, being a woman, being an entrepreneur, things, being an artist, any other things that they are capable of, and we limit them to this one particular label. Thinking about the roots of stereotyping ourselves or being stereotyped by others, this mostly comes from a point of either helplessness or hopelessness or worthlessness. With helplessness, we feel like we don't have the skill, or we can never get the help that we deserve, or we just can't do it, Hopelessness, we feel that whatever we do never make any impact. The third thing, worthlessness. We feel like we don't deserve the good things. We feel like we don't deserve success, that we don't deserve love, that we don't deserve exploration, that we don't deserve art and all the good things. And when you feel worthless, then we end up getting back in our box. Now you can't get out of it. And when you can't get out of it, you end up limiting yourself. You end up having limiting beliefs. Example, before I started putting myself out there, before I started creating these videos, I felt like people will see me and they will hear how I talk and maybe they will not like it. And it's easy to just go back, continue with your life without exploring other things. But I decided, let me explore these things. Which is the first thing that has helped me get out of these beliefs. The second thing is to only analyze your thought patterns. For example, if you find yourself in situations that to yourself, I never or I always have things you've associated with your personality, then you may want to change that thought process. Shooting yourself really deep into analyzing yourself, into analyzing these patterns, ugly places of yourself that you have to look into in order to get out of. It's okay to explore and find those in yourself, those limiting beliefs, and try to work on them. The final thing is to realize that life is a journey. The point of life is death, and we are all going there. And when we ourselves, then we also limit how much we can explore in this life. When you think of life as a journey, then it gives you freedom to explore anything and everything that you could ever do. So don't label yourself. Try explore other things. Try explore other dimensions of yourself, whether spiritually, in your relationships, physically, body and exercise, mentally, these things, socially. Explore these aspects of yourself. Then you find that you can do so many things, and you don't have to label yourself, and you don't have to limit yourself. Take life as a journey, then you can form new paths, or you can tread this path that you've chosen. And with that comes fulfillment. I think that when you explore life from a point of love and understanding and empathy to ourselves, then we learn more about ourselves, the negative and the positive. Sometimes we may get disappointed by ourselves, sometimes we may disappoint other people, but when we appreciate ourselves, then we can get rid of these limiting beliefs and have freedom. And that's what we all want, right?